How are you, darling? I hope all is well. Hey, Rob. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna play this message one more again. One more again. Hold on. Let's see. All right, we got it. We'll play it one more time. Hold on, let me share the screen again.
No, because like the crazy thing is you could really be out here popping your collar, but you out here being scared. Don't be timid. Get back up here. Fix your face.
Fix your face.
Out here waiting on you. You are the moment. Imagine having people wait for you and you're the moment. You are the prize.
You're the prize.
We're waiting for you. We're rooting for you. You're so used to people doubting you and you're doubting yourself. Fix it.
Fix it.
You are everything.
Everything.
Hold your head up and stick your chest out. You should be proud of all that you've accomplished. Stop hiding your talents. Oh, I'm not good enough. You're not good enough because you're great.
I'm great.
You're amazing. You're talented. You're wonderful. Out here acting scared. These other people, hey, forget them folk. Them folks ain't ready. You ready. You been done. You're going to keep on going. You're going to be burnt. You been done.
You been done.
Waiting until you burn up. Please. The time is now. I see you. I believe in you. And I love you. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Thank you, Dr. Tawana, for that. That's so good and so amazing. It's what, man, I think that's one of those things you need to keep in your repertoire, just in case you feel in a way, you might need to hear something good. Love you too, Lynn. Love you too, Lynn. There we go. There is the link to it. So you can listen to it at your leisure, whenever you feel like it. I'm so grateful for just being in this space. We are truly on the cusp of some amazing successes. Stuff is just popping off all around. So you get to lean into your gifting. You get to lean into the things that people believe you about. The world is a place where you get to say who you are and we believe you. The problem is you don't believe yourself.
Right. That part.
That's what the man said. You don't believe yourself. You said it, but you don't believe it. So you have to believe bigger. Believe that God didn't give you this vision just for you to look at. God gave you the vision for you to walk in it, for you to do it and do it now. And it's funny because the card that I pulled today says, I release all fears and doubts. I release all fears and doubts. So what are you fearful for? What are you doubting about? I don't know who they was talking to, but I think when I woke up this morning, they was talking to me. They was talking to me. So I'm listening to all of the words that's coming up. I think that is so poignant. Emily just came in the room. So since Emily just came in the room, I got to play it one more time because I know where Emily is. So I got to play it one more time. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get it. Emily, this is just for you. Everybody else, you already heard it. This is for Emily now, just specifically for Emily. Emily, are you there? Do you hear me? Y'all see my screen? Okay.
No, because like the crazy thing is you could really be out here popping your collar, but you out here being scared. Don't be timid. Get back up here. Fix your face. Out here waiting on you. You are the moment. Imagine having people wait for you and you're the moment. You are the prize. We're waiting for you. We're rooting for you. You're so used to people doubting you and you're doubting yourself. Fix it.
Fix it.
You are everything.
You're everything.
Hold your head up and stick your chest out. You should be proud of all that you've accomplished. Stop hiding your talents. Oh, I'm not good enough. You're not good enough because you're great.
You're great.
You're amazing. You're talented. You're wonderful. Out here acting scared. These other people, I forget them folk. Them folks ain't ready. You ready. You been done. You gonna keep on going. You gonna be burnt. You been done.
You been done, you gonna be
Waiting, waiting, waiting until you burn up. Please. The
back.
time is now.
Thomas,
I see you. I believe in you, and I love you.
I see you,
Love
I
you. Bye.
believe in you, and I love you. Love you, bye. Thank you, Terry.
Crazy thing is, you could really be out here popping your collar, but
Hold
you're
on.
being scared.
Stop being scared.
Why y'all got me crying already this morning? Like I'm sitting here with a piece of egg sliding down the side of my face and crying. Why?
Oh,
I'm just like,
well, you could blame Dr. Tawana for that. And I know that I've spoken to you on multiple occasions, so I know where your heart is and I know what it is that you've been talking about. And so I do believe that on this January 2nd, God is not playing with us, that God is telling you to get the work done. What are you fearful for? I mean, I pulled the card. I release all fear and doubt. So he said it. Now the card is saying it. I can't imagine what everything else is going to say before it's all said and done. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. God got the plan. God gave us the plan. He gave us the vision, but we won't take the steps because we scared. We thinking about what other people. I'm gonna tell you what I think about sometimes. What is the world gonna say? Is they gonna really support this? Like, who do I think I am to do this? To think that I could do this and people are gonna come? Like my mama didn't do it, my daddy didn't do it, my grandpappy didn't do it. So what makes me think that I could break these curses? Who am I? And then I shake it. I'm a child of God and God told me to do it, so I'ma just do it. I'ma do it afraid. I'ma do it with my teeth chattering and my knees shaking. I'm just gonna take the steps and take the steps and take the steps. I'm telling you, when I walked up the steps of this house and turned the key in the door and walked in this empty place, and I said, "Oh my God." And then when they told me I was gonna pay over $2,000 a month for the dream, I said, "Wait a minute, hold up. How I'm gonna do that, God? I don't know how I'm gonna do that." And then Manya shows up, come over here, and known to carry over here painting and putting things together and all this kind of stuff, and then Randy and then Leslie comes with all the equipment and all this stuff, and I'm saying I'm not by myself. I'm not by myself. God sees me. God knows I'm scared. So he's sending all these people to stand on the side of me to say, "Girl, we got you. Come on, let's get this done." Leslie said, "I'm dropping this off today, but when I get back, I'll be here and we're going to put everything together. We're going to get this thing rolling." Everything that I say out of my mouth, then Leslie says, "No, we're not going to do that." And so we have customers for that. And then once we have the customers, then we'll buy it. Like, what? We are together. No one is here doing this alone. We have been here together with each other for 1,473 days. There's over 4 years, 7 days a week. And we just getting started. We just getting started. Manya told me the other day, she said it been 4 months for me and 4 months for y'all, but that equals 8. So that means something. That means something. We're going to keep the light on for you, whether you here or whether you not. Brenda said, "I'm no longer scared." We are not alone. Am not at all. We're not alone. We have each other. We serve each other even before we serve our clients. And the people that Dr. Tawana is so gracefully telling us that we can do it. Y'all have dug into Chat GPT and Google and all the stuff. You got piles and piles of things that chat says go do and you still got it. You ain't did it. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm not condemning y'all. I'm just talking to myself because I could go pull out the paper of it right now that needs to be done. But it says, I accept myself and create peace in my mind and my heart. I now choose to free myself from the destructive fears and doubt. I am loved and I am safe. It says, the second card says, I take a deep breath and allow myself to relax. My whole body calms down. It does not matter. Here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. The theme is running. It does not matter what other people say or do. What matters is how I choose to react and what I choose to believe about myself. Do you choose to believe that you're the best thing since sliced bread? Do you choose to believe that you are what the world needs because you are? You know, there are people that are waiting for you because they can only hear your voice. You could be saying the same thing that somebody else is saying, but because they are assigned to you, they only hear you. They only hear you. You know, The Secret came out all those years ago, and the movie came out all those years ago. There's 27 official secret teachers, 27. And guess what? They are all saying the same thing. So I bet you if I asked you who are the secret teachers that you know, you're going to tell me one, two, or three. You're going to say Jack Canfield. You're going to say Lisa Nichols. You're going to say T. Harv Eker, John Assaraf. You ain't going to remember the Mary lady or the Harry dude like you remember them. But they are all saying the same exact thing. But there are ones that resonate with you. The same thing with us. With all of you in the room right now, there are people who will resonate only with you. The shepherd will call out, and the sheep will hear his voice, your voice. Dr. Tawana says, say it loud, I am the shit. I am beautiful and worthy of great things. Yes, Emily. What you want me to read again, Leslie? Let me turn to a page for the 5 minutes of gratitude. The quote says, once we begin to look for what's right, our lives begin spinning in unimaginably exciting new directions. Pam Grout. Fill in the four blanks. An unforgettable memory I treasure. One of the best parts about being me, something I currently have that I always wanted. A new door that opened for me recently. I know that whatever is meant for me is making its way to me. Do you know my car broke down? I don't know, it's been maybe 2 months now since my car has been down. Well, I got a call yesterday that said, give me a week and I'm gonna buy you a car. You gonna do what? What you said? You going to buy me a car? I'm going to buy you a car. Because in your business, you have things to do. You need to get around. That's important. I'm going to buy you a car. What? That's like some more magic money. Like magic money. It's magic all around. And you know, I thought that we were going to for our daily reading read the Simple Abundance. Simple Abundance is cute, but our daily breath of life, the stuff that's being said in here, this is what we need. because January 1st, I didn't read it. I read Simple Abundance, but he talked about a clean slate. That was for January 1st. Clean slate. You're starting all over. Clean slate. Clean slate. Good adventures await those who are willing to turn the corner. It's a Chinese proverb. Great adventures await those who are willing to turn the corner. I can't even begin to tell you what's being offered to me. Somebody, Lizzie Jeff, the rap priestess, offered me to travel with her this year. I want to say next year. This year, like, come on, Mama Rose, at least 4 times this year, like 4 times. Like, I just want you to be on the road with us. What? Huh? Okay, that's okay. Great adventures await those who are willing to turn the corner. For today, January 2nd, Simple Abundance was talking about something real nice and uh-uh. Argadu says, act now.
Can you
So,
read yesterday too then?
oh,
What you
yes,
said?
yes, yeah, okay. January 1st for yesterday says clean slate, great adventures await those who are willing to turn the corner. It says in the film Clean Slate, Dana Carvey portrays a man named Pogue who has an unusual type of amnesia. When he goes to sleep each night, he forgets everything that happened to him before that. Before that time. A woman who had once manipulated Pogue asked him, can you ever forgive me for what I did to you last week? In an utterly childlike way, Pogue shrugs his shoulders and answers, sure. Of course he can. He doesn't have the slightest clue what she did to him. As far as he's concerned, nothing ever happened. His relationship with her is as new as the current day. As you enter this new year, nothing in the past has any power to affect what you do now. You are entirely new. You are an entirely new person, different from the person you were. This year has never been lived before, and you have never had the consciousness you have now. You are setting a sail on a great adventure determined only by how grand you are willing to think. This year, think big thoughts to create miraculous results. I pray to start over, no matter what has happened. I am willing to let today be new. Thank you for the chance to begin again. Today, I begin anew. I see through the eyes of innocence. That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. I begin again. Today I begin anew. And we talked about beginning again. Beginning again is not the same as starting over. Starting over would imply that you're starting over with nothing. Begin again means beginning from where you left off, from everything that you know, everything that you built, everything that's already been here. So begin again. So that was January 1st. January 2nd gets a little deeper. Act now. It just starts with those words, act now. And then it says, there are two fatal errors that keep great projects from coming to life. One, not finishing. Ooh. Two, not starting. Buddha. Buddha. They not play. They coming out the gate. Get it together. There are two fatal errors that keep great projects from coming to life. One, not finishing. Two, not starting. Buddha. It says, while living at a farming community, our group planned to erect a new house. For many months, we discussed the plans, and because we did not fully agree, nothing was done. Then one day, one man went out to the building site with a plumb line and began to hammer stakes into the ground. It wasn't long before the house was built. You can think and talk about a project for a long time, but only action will manifest it. If you wait until you're ready, you'll never get anything done. Don't wait until all the conditions are perfect for you to begin. Beginning makes the conditions perfect. Work through my hands to bring about the things that will serve you. I step forward with the trust that Spirit is moving through me to create good. I said enough. I said enough. I said enough. I said enough. Listen, honey, honey, sweetheart, baby, it's your turn and it's your time. And if we ain't get it in all these words today, I don't even listen. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Listen. Today we will be in extended programming, so lock in. Lock in. That's all I'm saying. Lock in. These are some words that needed to be said because y'all needed to hear it and I needed to hear it too. Because, baby, this big old bill over here, listen, yeah, I paid yesterday. I paid. And why was it an extra $400? More than what I thought it was going to be, but I paid that too. Magic money.
That little old bill you meant.
That little old bill. Okay, all right. I take it, the little old bill. The little old bill. All right, the little old, ooh, the little old bill. Listen, I paid the bill and went to bed.
That part.
I should have paid the bill and
Because
started
we have no
working.
worries over here.
We ain't got no worries. We ain't got no worries. Go ahead, Tori.
Quick question, Doc. Don't you live in the number 8 house?
I do.
So that means it's already geared towards abundance. So you don't even have to worry about where the money coming from because the money already there. Like I literally just wrote in my morning pages about the number 8 because today is the first day in the office. I'm in my 8th year. So we know that God already has the money awaiting for us, like you said. We just gotta do the work.
You just gotta do the work. Just gotta do the work. Yes, yes, yes. I'm calling you later, Tori.
Okay.
All right, cool beans. I gotta turn this over, y'all, because this was so good. I gotta turn this over. We got work to do. It's Friday. It is Friday, and Friday is Dr. Tawana Day. I done dug all up in her day. But I promise you, God wanted you to hear those words because she done told us what to do. We just gotta do it. So I need to turn this over to none other than the infamous, amazing, ooh, and deeply, deeply rooted in getting shit done and not letting us fall for our own bullshit. She won't let us fall for it at all. She won't let you tell no lie to yourself and to the world. The the number one best-selling author, the LinkedIn professor, my friend and mentor, Dr. Tawana Rose. Ba, 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 ba.
We're gonna get that horn. We're gonna get that horn. Let me go on Amazon today and order a horn.
Yeah,
Listen,
somebody get the horn.
thank you so much for a perfect segue. I mean, it couldn't be more perfect. Y'all, before we get to the message, before we get to the lesson today, I probably need a good 8 to 10 minutes to share these things with you because, as you know, I got kicked out of Telegram. So I have kept everything that I would have shared with you in Telegram to share with you right now. Okay. So this is the last week. This is the last week's worth of messages that I saved just for you. And what a perfect segue because a lot of these messages, and there's no particular order, they're just random statements. Some have to do with LinkedIn, some have to do with life, some about business. It's just random. But the first one, I mean, this is the most perfect segue. Okay, here you go. 1 minute you don't have it. The next minute your cup is overflowing. That's how God works.
Mm.
Suddenly, abundantly, and always right on time.
Yes.
Y'all can't tell me that wasn't the perfect segue. Yeah. Okay, now wait till you hear the next one. Wait till you hear the next one. This is an actual quote. Somebody quoted me, and it's in a meme. Okay. Listen up, Buttercup. That bullshit you keep telling yourself is holding you back.
Woo. Come on now.
That's a direct quote from a presentation I made. I've been saying that for many, many years. Here's one from one of my mentors. The answer to the question that plagues your peace is simple. You talk too much.
Shut up.
Like, shut up. Okay. All that talking, conversation going on in your head is some bullshit. Stop. You
Stop
talk
it.
too much. You talk too much.
Talk too much.
And I bet you I know what you're talking about because Dr. Darlaina just gave us examples of the things she says to herself. And as I was listening to her, I was saying, in my head, my abundance coach has drilled this into my mind. The how is none of your business. The how is none of your business. So when you asking yourself, how am I gonna pay this $2,000? How am I gonna pay this? How am I pay? That shit ain't your problem. And if that's the conversation going on in your head, you talk too much.
Talk too much.
Okay, this one is a quote from me in the presentation. Y'all be putting my stuff in memes. I love it. I think it's hilarious. The person you need to become in order to fulfill your dreams is someone we haven't met yet.
Ooh, clock that, T.
I said it. I said it. I said it. Okay. You are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously.
Ooh, that's good.
Simultaneously, y'all. Two things can be true at the same time. So for all of y'all that I had a conversation with, and I told you you should be considering coaching as a revenue stream for your business, and you had the nerve and gall to tell me, well, I never did that before. I don't give a fuck.
Don't care.
We don't care that you never did this before. You have experience. You have wisdom. You have knowledge. You have acumen. You have receipts in your lane. You are automatically qualified to coach the people behind you. And it's okay to be a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously.
And that's a word.
Okay, now this was an actual post. You
laughing already.
I do. This cracks me up. All my life is amazing. It's too funny. I told you that today was going to be a great day, and so it is. This is August 2023. Today, I'm featured in Forbes for the 4th time this year. This time, I share how college students can use the LinkedIn AI chatbot on their quest to attract their ideal internships. That one got included in here for one reason and one reason only. When I tell people that LinkedIn changed my life, they don't believe me. They think I'm exaggerating. Okay. So when people think I'm exaggerating, I come up with scenarios in my mind, questions in my mind. So the person who doubts that LinkedIn changed my life, I'll come back and I say, well, were you in Forbes 4 times by the time August rolled around? Were you quoted in Forbes magazine 4 times in 1 year? The same year that you were in Black Enterprise 2 months in a row. Did that happen to you? Probably not. Why did it happen to me though? It happened to me because LinkedIn changed my life. Okay, now this one I love so much. This is me talking to you. No matter how many times I give you the blueprint, because y'all know I gave you the blueprint. I give you the blueprint over and over and over again. No matter how many times I give you the blueprint, your consistent knee-jerk reaction is, yeah, but
I don't
have such and such. I don't know so and so. I can't afford to. It's too hard. I got to figure out. It's all bullshit. You just don't want to start. It's that simple. Stop fooling yourself. You just don't want to start, which, as we just heard 7 minutes ago, is one of the fatal mistakes, not finishing and not starting. When you make up excuse after excuse after excuse, the truth is that you don't want to start. And that is okay. That is absolutely okay. Sometimes we convince ourselves that we really want something when really we only kind of want it. There's a huge difference between kind of wanting it and really wanting it. You know what the difference is? The difference is action. The difference is action. And if you don't want to start, stop fooling yourself. Okay, this one I love so much. This is a post that somebody posted. Oh, no. This was a message. This was a message to me. This is hilarious. Hey, Dr. Tawana, took a look at your LinkedIn. Gotta say, you really should write a book sharing your journey and knowledge. My guarantee hit #1 on Amazon in 6 months, or I will give you $10,000. I'll handle everything: writing, cover, publishing, promotion. Do you know what I said to this woman? Bitch, did you really take a look at my LinkedIn profile?
Right.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Because somewhere at the top of the page, I'm positive that somewhere at the top of the page, like you don't even have to scroll. Somewhere at the top, it tells you, it tells you that I already did this shit. And you talking about you're gonna give me $10,000 if I don't hit #1? Bitch, please. I charge $10,000 to publish books for people. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Okay, so the reason that this one hit the list, though, because there's a reason for all of these. The real reason this one hit the list is y'all got to stop sending these messages to people. You got to stop doing this. You got to stop, because you look like a fool, Wendy. I blocked out her last name, so I don't know who she is, but Wendy looks like a fool.
Yes, you do.
Right? So stop doing all that. Okay, now this one is right on par with what we just heard a little while earlier. So I'm just going to show you this one. Okay. And you go ahead and screenshot this so that you have this message at all times. Let me make sure I get it even so you can screenshot that for yourself. Hold on. There we go. I think I got it. That's kind of blurry, but you get the message. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you don't remind yourself of that on a regular, you can't expect the rest of us to. Okay. If you think it's expensive to hire a professional, wait until you hire an amateur.
Wow.
Wait until you hire an amateur. But here's the thing, all of you are amateurs. So when you're talking about, I will figure it out on my own because I can't afford to hire a coach, that's some shit that's going to cost you way more. It's going to cost you way more. Because if you don't know what you're doing, like a professional who has studied, who has gone through school, gotten certifications, real world experiences, if you haven't done any of that, it is going to take you a long time to reach your goal, and you are going to spend a lot more reaching your goal when you are not working with professionals. Okay. Oh, I love this. Dr. Tawana has been telling us we are sleeping on LinkedIn. Within 30 minutes of posting my first newsletter, I told y'all about newsletters a few weeks ago. I told you that was a hack. Okay. Within 30 minutes of posting my first newsletter, I was invited to speak at a conference. Okay. And suddenly you know that it is time to start something new and trust the magic of new beginnings. I'm pretty sure we just heard that a few minutes ago. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that one's inappropriate. It shouldn't be here. My client just resigned. Is this right? Oh, yeah. Okay. My client just resigned from his role as director of sales within a large wireless company because he accepted an offer within a new organization as the chief marketing officer. The position was never posted internally or externally. When I asked my client if he received any feedback on the company's deciding factor, he said it came down to the fact that I built a relationship with the CEO on LinkedIn and did some good old-fashioned networking.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Okay, I don't know how that got in here. Hi, Tawana. Oh, I love this one. This is one of my favorites because I get this message often. Hi, Tawana. There's so much bullshit online. It's just browsing keyword bullshit. She put that in quotes, keyword bullshit, to see what came up. And I stumbled upon your profile. And I'd like to connect with a fellow bullshit slayer. That is all. I put that one in here though, because this past week I did some stalking. I went and looked at all of your pages, whether that was IG, Facebook, LinkedIn. I just did some research to get to know you. And one of the common themes that was driving these messages this week is that some of you haven't found your voice yet. You haven't found your words yet. You haven't found the key parts of your personality that somebody will latch on to. And most likely, the pieces of your personality that someone would latch onto are the pieces of your personality that you are suppressing because you feel like it's not professional. Okay. So that was my way of proving to you that seriously, on a regular basis, somebody sends me a message about my use of the word bullshit on a platform like LinkedIn, which is supposed to be professional. Okay.
Dr. Tawana, can you hold the picture up one more time? Lynn was on Instagram and she said, where's the screenshot? I said in Zoom, come in the room. So she's in the room now. There it is, Lynn.
Wait, it's blurry, but I think it gets better if you wait a second.
You are amazing. Own that shit.
It's probably not going to get much clearer than that, but make your own. There you go. Go in Canva, make one for yourself. Put it up somewhere where you can see it on a regular basis.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Can you because I didn't get it either. And then I'm back in gallery, so I couldn't read it. Can you just say what it says?
It says you are amazing.
Okay.
Own that shit.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, now this one is a conversation. I think we're almost done here with these. This one is a conversation, between person one and person two. Person one says, I can't do it. I have a family, backed up bills, credit cards, and I'm working 50 plus hours per week. It's just not realistic for me. Person two says, I have to do it. I have a family, backed up bills, credit cards, and I'm working 50 plus hours per week. This is something I need to do for my family to get out of this situation. The fundamental difference between these two people with the same circumstances is one uses their circumstances as an excuse and one uses their circumstances as a reason. Okay, there's a reason. Okay, now I'm not gonna read this one. I am not reading. It's too long. Greetings.
How you got glasses on and still squinting?
Because this font, I'm telling you, this font so small.
Hmm,
Let me just, okay, this is a message.
okay.
I have to actually read it to understand why it made the list. There's just a lot. I am thrilled. Oh, we're not going to read that. It was just a message somebody sent saying they were inviting me to speak. But the point was they found me on LinkedIn. That was it. And
Mm-hmm.
they actually referred to what they saw on LinkedIn. So they said, we watched you turn dreams into capital, challenges into influence, and networks into leverage.
Mm.
And we've been paying attention to the empire you've built.
Ooh.
Okay. That was a message on LinkedIn from a stranger. Okay. All right. Almost done, I think. LinkedIn is about building relationships. This is somebody quoting me in a talk. LinkedIn is about building relationships. You cannot build a relationship with bullet points.
Mm-mm.
It says she said what she said. It's
It's
true,
funny. People think they could copy and paste everything.
right? Like that doesn't work.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't work. Okay. And this one, abundance is about being rich with or without money. I need y'all to get that in your spirit.
Mm-hmm. Rich in so many ways, rich in family, rich in relationships with people who aren't family, the family you choose, rich in where you live, rich in the fact that you got food in the refrigerator and could drive a car and got someplace warm to sleep. You richer than a lot of people in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Now here's the last one. Where did it just go? Here's the last one. We heard this earlier. I release myself from the versions of me that I created just to survive. I
Mm.
release myself from the versions of me that I created just to survive. All right. Now, let's get into the lesson.
Whoa, whoa, and whoa.
Those were my messages for you this week. There's a collective message for everyone.
Yes.
Now let's get to the lesson. Last week,
And there's more.
there is more,
There is more.
more on top of more because it's abundance.
Yes.
Oh, before I wrap up, tie back to last week, take a moment rather. What is wrong with my vocabulary today? Oh, I'm on one cup of coffee, y'all. Pray for me.
Well, while you working on that, read that message from Manya because it's so poignant.
Manya, hold
Yeah,
on.
gotta find it, gotta find it. Where's my chat? Here we go. Manya, Miss Manya. The fact that we can throw away food on a daily, we are so rich.
Mm.
Isn't that the truth? Just throw it away. I know I threw out some shrimp and grits this morning. I sure did.
See?
Because I didn't eat the whole thing, so I just threw out the rest. Meanwhile, I could have just put it in some Tupperware and had it for dinner.
And we think we're not living in abundance already. That's the
Right?
thing. We have
Right?
so much.
That we have so much that we have enough to throw away.
That part.
My goodness.
Exactly.
I don't throw away food.
Keep my chat where I can see it and stay tuned in.
Because
All
you have
right.
friends in Ghana and Nigeria.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't throw away food. My daughter said, "What, you about to put it in the freezer?" I said, "Yeah, because I had enough of it and I'll just eat it later." She's
Yeah.
like, "The freezer though? That's what the freezer is for." Well,
Right. Point being, we're not finished with it. So why would we throw it out? Right.
exactly.
Okay, y'all, if you haven't jotted down your goal for the week, please take a moment to do so and take a look at whether or not you hit your goal for last week. And the goal for last week was for you to submit at least one proposal on the services page. So hopefully you had a chance to jump in and see how to use that feature on the platform, because when it comes to making money, getting new clients, this particular tool makes it so easy for you. Yes, honey, it was good. Yes, it was. This tool is so simplified for you that it's almost foolish not to use it. So hopefully you had an opportunity to get in there and play around and submit at least one proposal. And hopefully you will continue to do that, because you continue to see how simple it is to get new clients just from that portal. So we will spend the rest of our day today talking about some of my favorite LinkedIn hacks. These are things that I do that, for whatever reason, are designed to get more visibility, get new clients, just ways to game the system, so to speak. So I'm sharing a few of them with you today, not all, but a few, enough to get you going. This one we talked about briefly before, but I wanted to bring it back up for those of you that might have missed it, because this is week 1. This is a long time ago. If you have not already customized your URL, I highly suggest that you do. And by customizing your URL, what you're doing is eliminating the default URL that we all have. So if you look at the very top of your profile, like actually go to your profile page, if you look at the very top, the URL should say something like linkedin.com/your name with letters and numbers behind it. That's the default. It's also a dead giveaway that you are a novice on LinkedIn. You don't want people to think that about you, even if you are new. Okay, so the fix is to simply go in and change your URL. Okay, now notice you have plenty of character space. You don't need to put something like your entire tagline in your URL, but do use your URL to make us remember your brand. Okay, so your moniker can go there, a simplified version of your name, especially if there are no other names like yours, so you don't need letters and numbers behind it, but something that is easy for you to remember, because it's got to be easy for us to remember. And if you use something like your brand name or your moniker, it's pretty simple. Okay, but point being, please change your URL, because that is a dead giveaway if you're new to the platform. Okay. Now, this one is one of my favorites. It's so simple, but I think people forget that LinkedIn is actually a search engine just like Google. And just like on Google, you can do Boolean searches. It's the same thing on LinkedIn. So using Boolean searches will help you find what you're actually looking for, because it narrows down your search, just like you see on Google. What I love about this, though, and this is the part I think people either don't know or forget, is that in addition to using Boolean searches on LinkedIn, when you are on Google and you're looking for someone on LinkedIn, if you simply type in sites:linkedin.com, and then whatever it is you're looking for, you have a better shot of finding that person or people than actually searching for them on LinkedIn. Okay. On LinkedIn, you've got parameters. And some of you have the free version of LinkedIn, which means your parameters are pretty tight. That means you can't see a whole lot of people if you have the free version. So if you are in that position, but you know who you're looking for, go over to Google and type in linkedin.com, so that you're only searching that person on LinkedIn, even though you might not have access to seeing them from your account. Okay, Miss Bridget says people started trying to connect with me right after I added my skills. I haven't even completed everything, but I'm proud of myself. We are all proud of yourself. You started.
Yes.
Right? You took action. I am proud of you too. All right, next hack. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I feel like I'm going to say that for all of them. They're all my favorites. I only pick the ones that I use repeatedly to share with you. There's a long list though. So trust me, this is like the tip of the iceberg. But this one I love so much because as a professional speaker, I am always wanting to know who's looking for speakers, right? And even though people come to me with opportunities, I still want to have my finger on the pulse of what's out there, what opportunities are there, and who's looking for people like me. So on LinkedIn, on a regular basis, I do a search for hashtag, okay, somebody please put this in the chat for me, hashtag call for speakers. Okay, hashtag call for speakers. I do that search regularly because, as we already talked about, hashtags are very important. Hashtags, thank you, Miss Bridget. Hashtags are breadcrumbs back to you, or in this case, breadcrumbs to opportunities. Okay, this is how you find opportunities by searching the hashtags that you know the content creators are using. People who are posting, event planners, the person that's hosting the meeting, etc. They are using hashtags. So if you do a hashtag call for search for hashtag call for speakers, you will start to see opportunities, and you can be drilling down your opportunities to map out your entire speaking calendar for the year. Okay. So one of the activities that my team and I do quarterly is we look at the places that I want to travel to. Okay. And when we identify the places that I want to travel to, we do this search, hashtag call for speakers, and we narrow down the results for that city or that region. Okay. I'm a big fan of making somebody else pay for my lifestyle. Okay. Now, maybe that's because I'm a non-parent and I'm single, so it's just me. And I don't want to pay for my own lifestyle. I don't know what the reason is, but I mean, why would I pay for my own lifestyle when somebody else is going to pay it for me? Like, if somebody's going to pay me $20,000 to get on a plane and go talk to their audience for a day, hell yeah, I'm going to do that. Because the alternative is I spend my $20,000 to go there on my own. No, thank you. Okay, so call for speakers, get yourself paid to speak. This one is not as much of a hack as it is a tip. Okay, you already saw, I read an example earlier, but yes, Miss Gwenveria, let somebody else pay for your lifestyle. Okay, it's called business. That's what we do in business. We let somebody else pay for our lifestyle. Stop cold pitching. Okay, this is not a hack, it's more of a tip, but please stop cold pitching. The example that you heard earlier of a lady sending me a message about publishing a #1 best-selling book, that's an example of a cold pitch. I don't know that woman. We never had a conversation. She just dropped in my inbox with the same message that she sent to thousands of other people. Okay, cold pitching does not work. And in the 0.1% of times where it does, you have sent so many of that message to so many people that the 0.1% doesn't even matter. It's not worth your time. Instead of cold pitching, as we also heard earlier, the trick on LinkedIn is building relationships. So when you have the urge to cold pitch by sending someone a message and you haven't had a conversation with them, stop. Resist the urge. And instead of sending any kind of pitch language, oh, I specialize in such, who cares? Okay. Leave all of that out of the conversation and simply show up as a human wanting to engage with another human. The conversation is going to sound a lot different. A lot different. Okay. You heard an example earlier of someone who sent me a message with an opportunity to speak, but in their message, they talked to me like I was a person. They recognized things about my character. Okay. Have conversations, real conversations with people. And if you're stuck on how to start a conversation with someone that you've never met, but you're connected with them on LinkedIn, one of my favorite ways to start a conversation is by asking a question. Okay. Usually my question is sarcastic because I'm starting a conversation with a stranger. So I need to inject some personality. But whatever it is for you, simply start the conversation. Do not cold pitch. It does not work. Okay?
I know it don't.
That use car sales. Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like.
I know someone who sits daily and sends 300 or more direct messages, the same exact messages.
Wow.
And maybe out of 300, she might get 2 responses.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
And right now she's suffering from carpal tunnel because of it.
But oh my gosh.
It is how she survives, and she is surviving barely.
Yeah. So this is it hurts my heart to hear that because it's common. This is a common thing that people are struggling and they're struggling because they are legit trying to sell all the time, or the opposite, where they're not selling at all. This is what drove my inbox this week of keeping these messages for you. I saw a common theme when I was looking at the majority of you. And by majority, I mean about 99% of you. When I found your pages and I looked at what I saw, there was a common theme. And the very common theme is you're telling me that you have a business or that you do this thing. You don't ever ask for sales. You don't ever have sales related call to actions.
Nope.
You don't provide a hyperlink that I can click and go buy some shit. Okay. You don't even tell me to go buy some shit. You don't even tell me that you got something to sell. You just tell me you're great at this.
Oh, but Jesus.
Right.
You don't have to
I'm
be talking to me like that.
stepping on toes right now.
You don't even have to be talking to me like that, okay?
It's a theme. It's a common theme. So it's not one person. It is a theme.
But okay, it might just be me, but it just might be me. Sometimes when I am asking or talking about it, see, you do it so eloquently. Me, I feel like what you begging for or what you asking for, like it doesn't feel natural to do, one, and two, it's like you got to do it. So how do we I guess we just got to hire you. That's it. Not mine.
Well, let me answer. I'm going to answer for you right now because you're not the only person with this question. This is a very, very valid question based on what I saw. So one, we are not going to be begging for anything from this moment forward. Okay. The thing that I think scares so many people is the word sales. So right now I want you to eliminate the word sales from your vocabulary. Just throw it out because the word is I would say intimidating for some of you. I've even had conversations with some of you and use the word sales, and I can pick up on the energy shift when the word is, it's like a cringe word. I say sales and you cringe. Like, I get it. As a career sales professional, I understand. So throw the word out. Instead of focusing on sales, which might be intimidating or overwhelming, focus on the fact that you have a solution that will fix somebody's problem. Because that's why you're in business. The only reason we go in business is because we identified a problem and we know how to solve it. That's why we went into business. There was no other reason to go into business other than you have a solution to a problem. Right? Some of you did market research to even determine whether or not your solution was relevant. So some of you actually invested time and energy into determining whether or not the marketplace needs your services, and you determine, yeah, they need me. That's why I'm going to go into business. I got a solution to these people's problems. Okay, so from here on out, instead of focusing on selling, focus on creating relationships with people. And in those relationships, in these conversations you're having with people, when they're dropping hints and nuggets about their experience, and you notice that in their experience, they're struggling with a particular problem. Okay. In that exchange of that conversation, that building of the relationship, once a problem is described, and you know you have a solution for that problem, that's when you're qualified to present your solution. Okay. We're not going to call it sales. We're going to call it matching your solution with their problem.
Yeah.
And if you are simply showing up in relationships, people will tell you their problems. When they tell you their problem, you're in your mind matching their problem with a solution that you provide. Okay. We're just not going to call it sales.
Okay.
We're going to call it matching your solution with their problem. And the one thing that I beg you, if there's going to be any begging, it's going to be me begging of you. The one thing is that you actually have a hyperlink that goes to an invoice that they can pay. Okay. They have a problem, you have a solution, they pay the invoice, period. Okay. You have solutions that will fix other people's problems. Like, why are you watching people in your world struggling when you got the solution? You are the solution. Okay. I hope that helps for everybody, because I understand sometimes that the idea of selling can be intimidating, but the reality is
it feels even like almost against God. Like it's something in my own psyche when I think about sales, things that was said to me at the church.
Mhm.
Like it's deep. It goes deep. So I don't know if it's just me, but
Mm-mm.
it's a thing.
It
It's
is a thing, and it's not just you. It is a thing. It's called programming, right?
yes.
Part of our program is, especially as Black women. Okay, I know it's true for men too, but especially as Black women, part of our programming has been to suppress our brilliance.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
we
manipulation. It's manipulation in the
that
highest
too.
form.
Yeah.
That church thing, child. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Anything that sounds like somebody is trying to pass judgment on me, you might as well stop talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go the other way. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
you said is over.
Mm-hmm.
It's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so grateful because these are parts that we are honestly and truthfully healing right now if we're ever going to move past it. Like
Right.
I am someone who I know how to create an experience. I know how to tell you all of the things that need to be done in order for you to heal. And I know this stuff like the back of my hand. But when it comes to the money part, I get like, why would I ask somebody to pay that? Like, and so I
Mm-hmm.
am grateful that God has sent people like Lizzie Jeff and Dr. Tawana and Manya, people around known to carry in my ear saying, charge the money. They'll
Mm-hmm.
pay you. They'll pay you if you just tell us what to pay you for.
Yeah. And the thing is, the point that you just made, that in your mind you feel like God is saying, why would I ask them to pay? God is saying, why wouldn't you ask them to pay you?
Yes.
Okay, here's the thing. When somebody hires you, especially for those of you that are going to put your coach hat on, okay, when someone is hiring you, they're not making an investment in you. They're not making an investment in you. And so if you're asking yourself, why would they pay me? You're probably asking that question because you probably think they're investing in you. That's not the case. See it differently for me. Instead of seeing it that way, see it as, why wouldn't God want you to ask them to pay you? Because God has given them an opportunity to invest in themselves. It is not for you to take that blessing away from them. It's not for you to do that.
Come on, money bags. Lizzie Jeff is on Instagram. She's throwing up money bag signs.
Shift the perspective. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a different perspective. And thank you for even being vulnerable to share that, Dr. Darlaina. And then I got to Miss Manya and then Miss Sherry. The numbers. Okay, I'm only going to stay on this for a couple of seconds because I know this is stepping on toes. We've had this conversation before. If this is a struggle for you to ask a potential client to pay for your services, if this is a struggle you've got to work through anyway, you got to work through this any way you look at it. What I'm asking you to do on your journey of working through this number situation, multiply whatever number you have on your sheet of paper today by 4. You better start quadrupling shit right now. Because your numbers do not work. Your numbers, I've talked to several of you.
They don't work.
Your numbers do not work. I recognize your numbers from the numbers I had. And I recognize I could connect the dots that the numbers we have or had, the numbers we were using were directly tied to the amount we owed in our bills that month. When none of you reaching for shit. Nobody's reaching.
Baby, I just paid $2,400 for a roof over my head. There's no way I could go back to those numbers.
You can't.
I can't.
You can't. And that's why so many of us are surviving and not thriving, because the math ain't mathing.
Math ain't mathing.
The math ain't mathing. So here's the thing. If you have to work through this anyway, if you have to change your behavior anyway.
Yes.
What I challenge you to do is exactly what my coach told me to do. Create 2 different documents of your pricing. Two different PDFs, 2 different documents. One is what you think your standard pricing is. Okay. It's probably going to be closer to what you believe is your comfort zone. Okay. That's the one. But on the other one, you have to quadruple your numbers.
Quadruple the numbers.
You have to quadruple your numbers. And if you're not bold enough to put it in a PDF, you for damn sure aren't going to say it to somebody. And if you're not saying it to somebody, you're not stretching. Yeah. You're paying this month's bills. We can't thrive like that, y'all. That's not thriving. That's not wealth.
It's not.
Right? So please, I beg you, quadruple your numbers. The only way it's going to become easier for you to have these higher numbers roll off your tongue is if you do the math and quadruple your numbers. I understand you may fall back on that first PDF sometimes because that's comfort zone. I understand that. But in these conversations where you're talking to someone who maybe doesn't even know you, maybe they were referred to you, maybe you met them in line at Starbucks, but those people where you feel bold enough to practice quadrupling, I need you to start having these conversations. I need you. You know, somebody broke my heart last week and they told me they charged $50 for a session. $50.
You might
I
as well
mean,
just get it for free.
that's free. $50 equals free. And so if your math looks like that, your math is not math. And the reason your numbers aren't quadrupled is because you don't recognize your value. You don't recognize the end result that somebody walks away with. The end result is you're about to change somebody's life and you can't charge them $10,000 for that. Do you know how many times I get a message from somebody or see my name tagged somewhere talking about Dr. Tawana helped me go from 0 to 6 figures? Come on, y'all. Come on. I myself went from 0 to 6 figures. How do I have a 6-figure business if I don't have the kahunas to charge somebody when I'm changing their life? That math is not working, people. So I need you from now on to practice these numbers that feel uncomfortable. And as my coach told me, they were dead serious and they were right. They said the reason you don't charge that is because you've never paid that.
Yep.
And it's real. It's so real. Until you pay somebody else $20,000 for them to change your life, you're not going to understand why people will pay you $20,000. So you'll keep sending invoices for $50.
Not never.
Okay?
Cost $50 to send a $50 invoice.
Exactly. Like your actual business expenses is what you're supposed to be adding into your charges and fees anyway. $50, you can't do anything with that. Miss Banya's had her hand up for a while, and Miss Leslie says doing the math makes it make sense. My consult went for 70. Miss Leslie,
Still ain't enough. Go ahead, get her. when I looked at it, I said, "Ooh,
breathe. Take a deep breath here, because I don't want to crash out."
don't crash out, don't crash." Yeah, I saw it.
Miss Leslie, I need you to add a 0. Okay, thank you for being bold and brave. Miss Leslie, your fee from today on for one session, hear me out, because Miss Leslie, y'all don't know, Miss Leslie is brilliant at what she does.
Yes, she is.
Okay, she has been in the trenches. She knows what she's talking about. This woman is brilliant. Okay, I'm telling you that. Miss Leslie, your fee is no longer $275. Your fee is $27.50. Child, if you don't get out of here with $275, what can we do with that?
That's grocery bill, maybe.
The business side of stuff.
We can't even go to the grocery store. Like, here's the thing. Quadrupling your numbers will reverse the learning that you've carried with you up to this point. You have got to unlearn your numbers. You have to unlearn whatever it is you've been doing up to this point. You know what the MK Ultra people, the CIA does the MK Ultra, put that hat on and buzz and zap all your memories. Take all that out, throw it away. You don't even remember life when you were charging $275. You don't remember life. You don't remember that part of your life. You know it happened, but you don't remember it. You don't tap into it. You don't acknowledge it. From here on out, your fee is $27.50 per session.
Clean
Per
slate.
session.
Clean slate from this morning.
Okay.
Don't remember what happened before now.
We don't remember. We don't remember. Now, some of you might be saying, how in the world would I charge $27.50 for a session? A session is like 60 minutes. You're going to charge that because when you sit there and you look at the bullet points that you're going to offer in this session, the bullet points of what somebody will walk away with, the value that they walk away with, okay, that $27.50 is about to make them $50,000. If they do what you said in the session that they paid $27.50 for, they are going to make all of that back and then some.
Leslie told me if I wanted to buy this $4,000 sound bed, that I had to sell 4 packages before I purchased it.
Mm.
That information alone, that one thing, because how many people would go $4,000 in
In
debt
debt.
before they even sold the product?
Right. They
Service.
would. Exactly.
Oh,
Mhm.
I was.
Mhm.
You know what y'all just did for me? I got it now. Light bulb just went off. Oh my
Good.
God. Oh
Good.
my God. I didn't get it. Dr. Twyla, thank you. So, well, the 275 was for a skin consultation, wasn't for business part. But the thing I just got was I've been working the math on client lifetime value because
Mhm.
that's what's important to me. So my initial service is my client lifetime value. I get that up front. Then everything else I'm doing after that is continuously moving them through the process. So the young lady that I just brought on, I need to charge her the 4 times that because that's my lifetime value. So she's already paid for my services because she will use me for a year. And then all I'm doing is making recurring income from her when she picks up the products and she does her additional services.
Mhm.
Oh my God, that makes so much sense. And now you don't have to worry about doing 20% off
Right.
specials, things like
Right.
that, because you've already got your client lifetime value out of the
Up
client
front.
up
Exactly.
front.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ding,
Mhm.
yo!
Mhm. I
Oh,
love a good
Ding,
aha
yo!
moment. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I love that.
the
Miss Manya.
block is hot.
Divine day, everybody. Dr. Ross, I just wanted to say thank you for a certain thing because I love words, right? And the way you said, I have a solution that will fix someone's problem, changed everything because I've been in a couple of fields, but I was a real estate agent, I'm a life insurance agent, and that's sales.
Mhm.
And I hated it. Everyone says you're so good at it. You'll be so good. Sponsored me to be a realtor. I went through a program with my boss and everything, but I just didn't like feeling like I had to pitch or ask someone, even if it was, to list their home or whatever, knowing that I did have the skills for it. And that became difficult. So I didn't live up to my foolish potential in doing those things. Make great money, but the money that could have been made was probably been even more so. But I was stuck in that whole, this is sales. I don't like selling. I feel like I'm asking for money. I feel like I'm asking you for help. And the two things that you just made click in my head was that I have a solution that would fix someone's problem and that they're not investing in me, they're investing in themselves.
Right.
So that flips the whole script. Now I've been telling everybody also that, as black women, I'm just going to say that because as a black woman, I know that we definitely undervalue ourselves.
Mhm.
And when we devalue ourselves by saying, "Oh, that's too much," like that's devaluing yourself. "Oh, that's too much." It's not too much. It's not too much to ask for because I have watched people in the same field I'm going into and the same field I'm doing, and all of us, and I'm just going to say palm colored people, okay, that will charge something ridiculous. You'd be like, "What?" And not bat an eye,
Right.
not blink twice,
It's
will
true.
not put a discount on it.
Right.
No 20% off, no half off, no 2 for 1, no BOGO, nothing. This is
Mhm.
what I'm giving you. I'm offering. That's it.
Mhm.
Take it or leave it
Yeah.
because they do know that someone will pay for it. So to
Exactly.
discount yourself 5 times, like just like that, Leslie, to take 5 people, just to get to 2750 because you're spending 275, where you could spend just on that 2750 and realize that that's actually going to bring more people because you're showing more value. The
Exactly.
discount, it means that you're actually discounting yourself. So I was
Yes.
just wanting to thank you because I love word, and the way you flip it made my brain think a whole different way. Like, yes, I am. I have a
Mhm.
solution that will fix your problem.
Yes.
I
And the
do.
solution is way cheaper than the problem. Always. The
And I'm gonna
solution
write
is
that down too.
always, it's always way cheaper. Okay. because some
Yes.
of you are working with people whose only alternative is to figure it out for themselves. Okay, that's their
Yes. Oh
alternative.
my God.
That is way more expensive than
It's
any
true.
fee that you're asking for. Now, one more point that you just brought up, Miss Manya, and I want to make sure everybody understands this. When we discount our services, okay, I've learned this the hard way. It also means we cannot provide the service we would normally provide. Okay. I've learned this because so many times over the years, as a matter of fact, one of the reasons that I received that Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award is that award is for doing service. And service means providing service for free. Okay, that's how I got that award, is because a large chunk of my business, they recognize the fact that, hey, I've been out here all these years doing all this work, yet some of that was service. Okay, now I can tell you, my clients who got discounts from me will tell you they knew up front that the kind of discount they received automatically meant I couldn't do the things that I would normally do for them. Right? Most of my coaching programs start with assessments in the beginning. So somebody hires me as their business coach or their brand coach or their life coach. I have an assessment as a starting point for each one of the categories that I coach in. But those assessments cost money for each client that I submit my request for. Right? Each one costs money. So if my new client hired me at a discount, I can guarantee you one of the things that's not going to happen is we're not going to have that assessment done.
Mm-hmm.
I can't submit their assessment and have it run off and get the data back and all the extraction. I can't go through that process if I gave a discount. I can't send them a swag bag. I can't do anything, like my hands are tied. So you have to understand the reason that we encourage you not to discount your services isn't because we don't want you to get the business that you would get. It's that you can't provide your top-notch service because you didn't receive the funds that are required to manage the tools that you need to provide the service. Do you understand? Right?
Absolutely.
You
That you
you
need the
all have
quality.
business tools. You
Yeah.
want to be, you want to show up with quality work. You want to do the things, you want to have all the bells and whistles. The bells and whistles cost money. And for the person who has the problem that you're solving, they are interested in paying for the fix. That means all the tools that you use, they are going to pay the higher fee to get access to that type of service. Okay. So trust me when I say that discounting is not your friend. I do realize that it happens. I know I do it. As I learned a couple of weeks ago from my therapist, I have something called the hero syndrome.
Save,
Uh,
Captain Saber.
yeah, like, well, hero complex, not a syndrome. It's a hero complex. I'm like, okay, all right. Well, let me
Captain
take the cape
Sabo.
off. Yeah, take the cape off for 2026 because apparently I do too much rescuing. This is what the consensus is. But for all of you, I encourage you as you are building that you need to charge what you are offering in terms of value. You got to charge for that. And I'm encouraging you to take your existing numbers, quadruple them, and start practicing those new numbers. Because it's not just going to roll off your tongue that you tell someone, oh, yeah, you can hire me. Absolutely. I'll keynote your event. That's $70,000. If you're not used to saying that today, you got to start practicing. And
And
if you need a
you're
way to
absolutely right, because
practice,
it does, and it brings up the moment you put that number on, you feel more valued. It's going to bring up your ideas, and doing more for it. You're going to fill it with every single dollar up to $70,000.
You're
If you
going to.
start at 25,000, you're already cringing because you can barely get there, or you can barely do the things you want, especially if you're trying to say, look, that's the value I'm giving and bringing to you, your service, your business. And just that's why I was saying when you said that it's investing in themselves, it flipped that little, like, yes, the value is that you're investing in yourselves. How much are you worth? And most
Yes.
people will see that, oh, I am definitely worth
Yes,
$70,000.
absolutely. Do you know how many times I'm in a discovery call with someone, and people only schedule a discovery session when they want to hire you. They want to explore what it looks like to hire you. So that's the purpose of this meeting. I can't tell you how many times that I assumed the person I was speaking to couldn't afford my services. I assume that because in order to book the session, you got to tell me what your budget is for coaching. So I assume when they choose the lowest tier for their budget, I assume that they can't afford a high tier because they told me their budget is $500 or whatever it is. And many times, many times, I will pitch my lowest tier option.
Mm.
Okay, you got $5,000. Here's what we can do with your $5,000, right? That's the lowest tier. Meanwhile, the person I'm speaking to would invest in my top tier if I had even pitched it. But I didn't even mention it because I thought they were at the 5,000 tier. Come to find out, oh, you have a $15,000 package? I didn't know. What do I get for that? Oh, the bells and whistles. Oh, it's a white glove. Oh my gosh, I want that. Okay. Please don't do that to yourself, folks. Don't do that to yourself. We got to stop shopping from our own pockets. And that's all that is we're using our own budget as a guideline, and our own budget has failed us. Okay. So thank you,
Indeed.
Miss Manya.
I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love that color
Thank
on
you.
you, by the way. That head wrap is beautiful. Miss
Thank you.
Sherry. Miss Sherry is in the building.
Yes.
And then I have one other question from the iPhone user after Miss Sherry.
Well, happy almost birthday.
Oh, thank you. It is almost my
I was going
birthday.
to say that too. Thank you for saying that.
Almost, yeah.
Tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah, we're family. We remember
Yes.
these
It
things.
slipped my mind because, yeah.
Okay. Working. You working. You at work mode, girl.
I
Yeah.
am. I have
Yeah,
two
but she
speaking
gonna put her
engagements
birthday
today.
shoes
So
on.
I'm focused on my speaking engagements for today. I totally forgot about tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll celebrate for you.
Oh,
And
thank you.
yeah, I'm excited about it being your birthday and you spending your birthday weekend or birthday with us. And with all of that said, I wanted to go back to the church conversation because a lot of us, um, that's where we developed. I think I would coin our character and personalities, and even as I chair an organization in my church, they always think the church supposed to get everything for free.
Mm-hmm.
And they want you to come and bestow them with all your riches and what you do for free.
Hmm.
And so it's I need, or what I'm thinking is we need an affirmation that empowers us to dispel the 66 years of training. Because when I sit in meetings with these people, I remind them I work for myself. I have responsibilities, and everything can't be free. You can't just, everything can't be free. And it's so hard to get away from free. And then I guess being in this room with you is like boot camp for us because um, even as we navigate LinkedIn, we have to plug into the rooms that are not free, that expect us to show up in excellence and offer what we do in excellence. And when Manya was talking about how other people don't fudge on their what the cost is, I was going to a very I want to call her a very accomplished chiropractor of sorts. And her sessions were 350. Then if they elevated to any kind of medications or she practiced prolotherapy, those shots were $1,500. She ain't flinched. She ain't say I have a payment plan. $1,500, and then she shut up. And I went right back to that, um, because honestly, had I figured out how to pay her $1,500, I might not have a titanium knee. I might have been able to just get a shot that my body would have healed itself. So, I mean, the lessons are there, but I don't want to be free anymore. I don't want to be free.
Well,
I don't want to
you
be
can't
free,
be
but
you can't be free if you're in business, right?
yes.
And sometimes I mentioned this last week. Sometimes I think we forget that we are in business. Like the purpose of being in business is to generate revenue. That is the purpose. You will not stay in business if you are not generating revenue. That is the purpose. So yes, you do have to consider that you can't operate for free. Now, something you said, Ms. Sherry, I want to make 2 points for everybody based on something you said, because I think this is a lesson for everybody in dealing with the church. Okay. Two things. Number one, the church is a business. Okay. So please don't get it twisted. Just because they are nonprofits in some instances doesn't matter. It is still a business. That's number one. Number two, if you find that you are in conversations with people within the church and you're looking for opportunities within the church structure, when someone is repeatedly requesting that you work for free, because it's a church, you are talking to the wrong person. Okay. You're talking to the wrong person. It's kind of like the same thing in a corporation. I think I told you a few weeks ago in companies, in dealing with companies and looking for corporate contracts and opportunities within the company, I don't talk to anyone who's lower than the VP. Okay. And that's because at a certain level of the org chart, there are some people who do not need approval to take action. Okay. So all my friends who are directors, that's great that they climbed the ladder and they got to director level, but a director still needs approval to use that Amex card. So that is not the person that I want to have a conversation with. Maybe that's the person who introduces me to the VP. But if you are interested in generating revenue, i.e., providing a solution to solve someone's problems, you have to be talking to the right person, and the right person within any organization, church, otherwise. The right person understands that you do not work for free because you are a business. right? So sometimes that means that not only do we need to elevate our pricing, but we also need to elevate who we're having conversations with. Okay. I sure hope that helps.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
And the iPhone user is here. I heard your name earlier, but I did not write it down. I
It,
apologize.
it's me again, the crazy Emily.
Emily, Miss Emily.
The
You
crazy.
mean Crazy in Love, Miss Emily? Oh, wait, hold on. Time out, Miss Emily. Speaking of Crazy in Love, I meant to make 3 points about this church thing. The third point I want to make is please don't get it twisted. Beyonce gets paid to perform in churches, okay? And Beyonce is not free, okay? So next time you're engaging with a church who wants you to provide your services for free, act like you Sasha Fierce and you don't take that. Okay. Because they pay Beyonce.
And traveling pastors and
They pay all of them. Okay. So they should pay you too. Okay. Miss Emily, I'm sorry to cut you off, Miss Emily.
No, you didn't, because I could testify with that church thing. People will pay for what they want to
They
pay.
do. Yeah.
They will, if it's a priority for them, they're gonna pay. Working at a school for theology, I saw so much, and I was that person that was the middleman. So man, when I tell
You know.
you, woo woo, baby.
Yep.
But no, I was just gonna say back to the survival thing and the value part, because I literally am dealing with something right now with an invoice, and I'm saying to myself, I have someone that owes me money for things that she claimed. I'm a person that does live shows with the clothing, and I'm like, how come I have not reached out to this woman again about this invoice that she owes? And my concern, again, we're a survival situation. If I reach out to her too many times, she'll probably say, well, never mind. I just don't want the item or whatever. And now I'm back to trying to find another customer. And I'm thinking to myself, Hillary, what's wrong with you? The clothes will sell whether she buys it or not. I have to be comfortable in myself of saying, just being able to just say, it's okay, boo. If you can't afford it and you don't want it, someone else will, period.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you're in survival mode, you're afraid of having the conversation, confrontation, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You're afraid of losing the customer because you're pushing the dial. And
Absolutely.
that comes up a lot. So being able to have the self-confidence and feeling valued enough and putting it in practice, that part, the practicing part, I feel like the more I do that, because I see other people do it and they do it flawlessly and they get what they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
And as hard as I work, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Is it a disease? Like I need to.
No, nothing's wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. You just haven't crossed this path yet. That's all. So here's the thing, Miss Emily. Uh, there's no time like the present to start something new, right? And maybe today, January 2nd for you, could be the day that you decide, you choose to do something different. And in choosing to do something different, a part of that may require that you understand your value and your worth, and you begin practicing the skill set of articulating it, because it is a skill set, right? The people that you follow, that you see on TV, like if any of you watch Shark Tank, which I highly recommend that you do as a businesswoman. If you don't already watch Shark Tank or shows like that, then you will be extremely timid when you're in the presence of an investor yourself. Like it doesn't, you don't just wake up and all of a sudden you have this gift to be able to rattle off all the things about your business. You have to practice that. It's a new language. It's a new talk track for a lot of people. It's new numbers. Okay. So again, I encourage you to unlearn what you've brought up to January 2nd. Okay. All that baggage that you had before, unlearn all of that. Moving forward, because this is a fresh start, moving forward, you got new messaging, new language, new numbers, new energy around you, new contracts coming your way. It's nothing but newness for you as long as you take action, right? And the action that you're taking from this point on is just a little different than what you've done before, because now you're quadrupling your numbers. Okay. Speaking of which, I put this link in the chat a little while ago and I didn't explain it. So let me explain it. There's a link somewhere up there. It says espeakers.com. It is a link. I put that in there because I want all of you to start seeing, and Miss Manya made a comment. That's what generated me putting that in there. That when you go to this site, espeakers.com is a marketplace for professional speakers. And the whole idea is if a meeting planner or organizer is looking for a speaker, they go to this marketplace and they shop for a speaker. You see a bunch of profiles of speakers telling you what it is they speak about, and they tell you what kind of expectations you can expect from them. And they tell you their speaker fee. Now, when I went to this website for the very first time, some years ago, first time, I saw that when you get to the marketplace, you can filter, you can use your filters. On purpose, I filtered by top fee down to the lowest. So I wanted to see the highest paid speakers. Okay. And that was my filter. Now, here's what happened. And I want you all to have the experience for yourself. That's why I put it in the chat for you to go there. Maybe one day you too will have a profile on this page because you have decided that you want to be a paid speaker. When I did the filter, I immediately saw that the highest paid speakers, the highest paid, I was scrolling on this page, looking at the highest paid speakers for a long time. Do you know the fee for the highest paid speakers in that database? The fee is $500,000, y'all. $500,000, not 5,000. I'm telling you, when you filter and you're looking at the top paid speakers, they're telling you. And what made me so
And that's
mad is
not
I
even
was
Barack
scrolling.
Obama.
And I was
My God,
exactly.
today. My
I was
God,
scrolling. I got
today.
mad because I'm like, I don't know any of these people. I was looking, I said,
Yeah.
I don't know any of these people. It took, I had to scroll like 4 or 5 times before I saw some melanin. And even when I saw her, I was like, who is that? I didn't know her, I never heard of her. I was still in the hundreds of thousands of dollars that these people are charging. Didn't know not one of these people. They weren't celebrities. Okay. What what I want you to understand is that your math is not mathing. And when you look at a site like that and you see people who we don't recognize, we got to Google these folks and still probably can't find information on them because they're just the regular girl and guy next door. But they're charging their worth. Okay. So I hope that helps. I know I stayed on that one for a little while, and I'm supposed to be telling you about voice messaging on LinkedIn, but I'm
Well,
getting
Dr.
booked in
Tawana,
TQ for 15. No, you're not, Miss Leslie. Miss Leslie, what do we
doc,
just? Yes,
Dr.
ma'am.
Tawana,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have to say this. I said this in the chat, but I am evidence of what you speak of in the fact that I have an NFL mother who gave me her tablet. It was torn up. I literally went to meet her in South Carolina in person on my truck. She gave me her tablet and I gave her a book. She literally gave me her notes that were all over the place. And I turned it into a best-selling book.
Mm, mm,
Her
mm.
son was the first black quarterback for Clemson University, where a lot of people that don't look like us go. Okay. And his coach is very famous. And he was in the NFL, but he was the first black quarterback for Clemson University. And
Wow.
in the South, when you know that, You know how big that is in the South
That's
because
big.
the light skinned people, they when they don't pick us to be the quarterback. I wrote this man's mama's book. I
Mm.
wrote it. This lady made so much money, Dr. Tawana, that when I released her information to the source that published her book, she immediately blocked me because her pre-sales were so much. She didn't want me to see how much money she made, Dr.
I
Tawana.
bet. I
She
bet.
made so much money.
Hmm.
And I charged this woman less than $1,000
Yeah.
Mm.
to do
Yeah.
her book.
Hmm.
And I'm like, a lot of us, Emily just said something about practice. You know, we was taught as children, practice makes perfect, right?
Hmm.
Some of us been practicing too long. We've been practicing. How many years do we got to practice, y'all? How many years do we got to practice on shit we know how to do?
Yeah.
Darlaina, you know you the shit when it come down to this healing stuff, girl. You got a whole man who is living. That's the proof. Hell,
Hmm.
you the proof.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop this. We started with Terry K, and he is so right. We gonna be cooking so long until we burnt. I
Hmm.
love him because he country like me, and we say it just like it is. I love you, Dr. Wanda, because when I first heard you say shit, my whole insides went up in the heavens. I was like, I love her. I love her. I was like, who the hell this woman is at first? But when you said shit, I was like, oh, I love her. Oh my God, I love her. She told me get my shit together in such a wonderful way. I love it. I'm just
Oh.
saying, do you understand? I'm like, oh, this year, I'm not making a whole bunch of lists, but what I can tell you is if I want to come off this truck, then I better quadruple my numbers
Hmm.
because I can no longer. And a lot of times, I too have that superwoman complex where I just want to help everybody.
Right.
It's just in me and it's so bad
Mm.
and it's so limiting because we feel like if we charge the people that we love this money, we're gonna some kind of way hurt them. We and
Mm.
mentally we feel like we're hurting people by charging them this money. In actuality, we are not. We are teaching them to invest in themselves, like we are teaching ourselves to invest in ourselves. If
Exactly.
you want to come off the truck, Bridget, you can't keep charging less than $1,000, baby, to do a book because that take a lot of work. A book is not easy to do. I'm talking, especially editing behind people. Everybody don't know how to spell, y'all. I'm just
Right.
saying,
It's true.
and it's a lot of work, a lot of work,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
and I'm
And
just
you were at I think I heard what was it, 1,000, right, for a book?
I I charged less than at that time.
That's
I
right.
I
Okay.
have upped my prices since then because I had a client to tell me do not charge less than $4,000 to do a book ever
Thank you.
again.
I was going to
I
say,
had a
what's your new price, Bridget? It got
Mm-mm.
to
This
be
is
I
not
had a
working. This
client.
is
more.
time out. Time out. This is not working. This is not working. Okay, time out. Let's just stop right here. We're everything you just heard in the last 30 seconds. Use your
Blow it up.
neuralizer and erase
You
that.
didn't hear it.
You didn't
Erase
hear
it.
it. Listen, listen.
Hmm.
That math still is not mathing.
It's not
Okay,
mathing.
it's not mathing. And I don't need you. I don't need anyone to put themselves in my shoes just because I'm saying this to you. That's not my thing. What I am saying to you is I ghostwrite books for people. For my clients who don't want to go through the process themselves, but they do want to be a best-selling author, I will take the project and ghostwrite the book for them. Okay. I want to
Hmm.
put this in perspective for all of you. When I work with a client who is going through the process with me, like they say, yes, I want to be involved. We're going to publish my book. We're going to create all the things. We're going to do it together. In that scenario, when I'm walking them through the book publishing process, that alone is $10,000. Okay. When I ghostwrite the book for them, it starts at 20,000. Starts at 20,000. It's based on how many pages that they want. So if they say they want under 100 pages, it starts at 20K. Okay. And it goes up once they're beyond the 100 pages and beyond 150 pages, so on and so forth. What I'm telling you though is, if my own coach is telling me, who's been doing this shit 11 years. I think a couple weeks ago, I told you I had 50 some clients who've gone through the book publishing process with me. Nope. My assistant corrected me last week. She said, you're at 64. That means 64 people have gone through this process and became a best-selling author or #1 best-selling author. Okay. The numbers ain't mathed. Somebody having a brand book is revenue generating for the rest of their life, and beyond. So if your fee for that is under $5,000, you got a problem. You got a problem because you're creating wealth for somebody else and you didn't
My
charge
God,
them for it,
today.
right? You didn't charge them for it.
And Dr. Tawana, a word that Leslie said is also tied to what you just said. Leslie just said a fee that she charges for her lifetime value.
Lifetime value.
Then that, when I heard her say that, I immediately raised my hand. I put my hand down, but I had to say something because I'm like, you are so right. We are creating something that a person can sell for the rest
The
of their
rest
life.
of their
This
life.
Dr. Tawana, this woman was on the news in South Carolina. She had all kind of press runs, press releases. Her son is now an anchor on ESPN because she went back and blew him back up again, put
Wow.
him on the map, and we did it on purpose. I developed the whole entire strategy for her to write this book to bring attention to her son.
Mm-hmm.
I worked on that with her.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, do you know I'm talking about that lady, when I say she blocked me so quickly
Mm-hmm.
from seeing how much money she made on
Yeah,
her pre-sales,
I bet.
on just her pre-sales
Mm-hmm.
alone.
Yeah.
And I was my motto in the beginning was relationships over royalty, because I got hurt in the book business. The
Mm-hmm.
first person to do my book ripped me off, but I still paid them. They charged me $2,200, and that was years ago. And
Wow.
Dr. Tawana, I started doing this stuff in 2017.
Wow.
2017. It is 2026. Almost 10 years. And you just said your coach been doing it for 11 years. What the hell is wrong with Bridget?
Nothing is wrong with
Nothing.
Bridget.
Nothing.
So we're not going
So
off on this Bridget because nothing's wrong with her. She just didn't know what she didn't know. And starting on January 2nd, she's on a different path. That's all.
I'm on the dip. And you know what? I on all cylinders, the gratefulness. For me, I'm a Leo. The way that I show you I'm grateful is to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all mark my word. Today, what we said today, January the 2nd, 2026.
I mean, say,
I ain't look, I'm a Leo. I'm just gonna do it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, if y'all gonna look, prepare to be sick of me.
Yes.
Prepare.
Yes.
Prepare,
Yes.
everyone. Prepare. Because you're gonna see. And this also came to me, is the one thing that I had a big hang up on was the damage that was done to my mouth, and I would not get out and talk. I talk to y'all, but I still wouldn't get out and talk to other people, right?
Mm.
Because I still had the hang up. And while you were talking, the spirit say, well, if you quadruple your prices, you can have the best teeth in the world.
Girl, let me
Hey,
tell you, come on.
hey,
Listen,
hey,
I done
Speak the
spent
hey,
truth.
I done
Speak the
spent
hey,
truth.
sixty thousand
hey.
dollars on these teeth last year. Sixty
Speak the
thousand
truth.
dollars that I paid in cash for these teeth. Let me tell you something. Okay. If you don't quadruple your prices, this is not going to be a reality for you. It's not.
Mm.
Do you think I could just drop 60K in cash on some tea? Come on, y'all. Where you think that
Listen,
money came from?
listen. Why
And
I'm
your
telling
smile
you,
is beautiful, Dr. Ross.
Thank you
I'm
so much. Thank
I'm
you.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And if you wouldn't have never told me, Dr. Ross, I wouldn't have known you
Oh, you would
dropped that
know
on.
Same here.
the picture is on the internet of what my teeth used to look like.
I
So you would
wouldn't
find
have,
it.
I knowed you from today. So men in black, my man, I didn't know nothing about it.
She said men
Look,
in black.
they belong to you. For
They do.
60K,
They
they
do.
belong to
They
you.
most sure do. Yeah.
Eh,
Listen, though, I want you all to really understand, though, because you are in business. And in business, I said this earlier, but maybe it sounded like a joke. I'm so for real. Somebody else, because you're in business, somebody else should always be paying for your lifestyle. Do you know that I didn't have money in the bank for these teeth? I just woke up one day and said, damn, I got to get my teeth fixed. I can't keep doing this. You know why? Because I said no to a speaking engagement. Somebody came to me with an opportunity, and my insecure ass with fucked up teeth said no, thank you. I knew when I said no, I knew that was the dumbest decision. It was a bad decision. But you know, when we make our bad decisions, we make bad decisions when we're in survival mode. Do you understand the damage that survival mode does to your life? We don't make good decisions. We find that dude that don't got shit going on for him in his life and we lay up with him. Why? Because we in struggle mode. Okay.
I've been saying it all day in the chat, Dr. Tawana. That survival mode been wearing our ass out. You hear me? Wearing us out.
We
I'm
can't
talking
think
about
straight, right? We can't. When we're in survival mode, we're not thinking about what is to come. We're thinking about right now. Like, I got to pay my rent right now. I got to pay the bills right now because so and so is going to shut me off. Like, that's our world where we're survival mode. So you can't possibly be effective in that space. So all I'm telling you, to get out of that space requires you to quadruple your numbers. You have to do some different math. Okay. It might not feel normal at first because the reality is when you sit down and do the numbers and you realize that, oh, an hour of my time, whoa, that's how much an hour of my time is. I've been charging $75. Okay. Have that conversation with yourself. Do the math. Pull out your calculators and quadruple everything. Make two separate documents of your pricing until you get in the habit of articulating the higher price. It's not going to be a habit immediately. That's why you have to practice it. You're not going to practice it until you identify it. That's why you need two PDFs. One document's got your existing pricing, one's got the quadruple pricing. And from here on out, starting on January 2nd, from here on out, anytime you're in a conversation with someone who alludes to a problem that they have, in the back of your mind, start thinking of that quadrupled number. Just have it sitting in the back of your mind so that by the time you get to the point of the conversation where they're asking you, hey, you know what? You're pretty smart at this. How do I hire you? What's it take to work with you? That you already have your tongue fixed to say $20,000. You may have never said that before, so you've got to start practicing it. Okay. And that's all I'm telling you is that until you change your math, you're going to make these decisions that are rooted in survival mode, which is not abundance. Okay. So I know I stepped on some toes on that one for a little bit. But we're all in the same boat and you need new math. That's all. Okay. Um, So I got a few more of these. I'm going to run through these last ones real quick because I think some of these we have already touched on somewhere around. This one, though, is new for you. I haven't mentioned this one. This is a hack that I love. Remember, I was telling you how on LinkedIn it goes down in the DMs and it goes down in groups. Like all of your growth all of the magic that you want to happen is either going to happen in a group or in the DMs on LinkedIn. Because of that, I love voice messages in the DMs. I love this feature. I don't know when they created it because it hasn't been there all along, but I love this feature, especially when someone sends me a connection request that I've never met before. Okay, so I'm starting the conversation when I receive a connection request. I've never met this person before. It's on me to start the conversation. Okay, when you receive the invite, it's on you to start the conversation. So I love to start a conversation with a stranger using the voice memo within the messaging feature. You can only do this on your phone. It does not work on the desktop version. But if you have the app on your phone and you're going like you're sending a regular message, you'll notice that there's a microphone. And when you press and hold the microphone, you can leave a voice message. I find it to be very effective. And I encourage all of you to do this. However, when you use a voice message, please do not use that for selling. Okay. You're not having a sales conversation. You're not using any sales language. In fact, I personally do not do messages that last longer than 20 to 30 seconds. It's literally just, I want them to hear my voice and be acknowledged. It's in, get out. Okay. It's not a dissertation on your services. Speaking of your voice, okay, speaking of your voice, some of us have names that people mispronounce.
Yes.
Okay. If that is you, you will love this feature. You'll notice somewhere by your name, you can actually record you saying your name. Okay. The feature does have a time limit on it. I don't remember the time limit, but it is not the place for a dissertation about your services right there either. It's you introducing yourself. I do every now and then change it so that it's more than just my name. So like every now and then I'll say it's Dr. Tawana Ross, also known as the LinkedIn professor, but it never goes beyond, a few seconds. And I think this was my last one, or my next one is the last one. Anything live on LinkedIn is hot. Okay. And I don't mean for you necessarily to be the one going live, but whether you're going live or you're watching someone else go live on LinkedIn, it's an excellent way to increase engagement, to be seen, if you're being strategic, it's a great way to also be heard as an authority in your lane. Okay. What I mean by that is if you notice that you follow certain influencers and people who are in a similar lane as you, maybe just adjacent from what you do, but very similar space, if you catch them when they are live, especially the bigger influencers who have large numbers of people watching live, if you jump in and you're consistently adding value to the conversation, you end up getting some of that visibility because you're adding value to the conversation. If you do that repeatedly over time, this tends to be a hack that will put people in your inbox that you don't know. And they found you because you were engaged in so-and-so's live broadcast. Okay. It's a hack that is newer, but I also don't recommend it if you are newer to LinkedIn. So this particular hack is not for everybody. It is for those of you who are slightly tech savvy, and also for those of you who are not camera shy. Okay. LinkedIn events, very similar, but when people do certain things, they schedule an actual event on LinkedIn. And the reason that they do that is because when you schedule an event on LinkedIn, you can actually set it up so that it syncs with your email. Okay. So that it's not just an event per se, but that the invitation for the event goes out to certain people that are also within your email settings. Either way, whether you're going live or doing events, it's an excellent hack for getting engagement, especially when you're not the one going live. Okay. It's one of my favorite hacks because I don't go live on LinkedIn. I go to other people's lives on LinkedIn. Hack. And so your homework for this week, because I want you to be set up for next week. Let me take a minute to just set you up properly. Your homework for this week is to just consider any of the hacks that you just saw today and pick one, pick any of them, but pick one that you want to try out for yourself. Okay. Because next week is week 12.
Wow.
Which means that it will be the last week of learning in this format. Okay, so and technically today is the last week of learning. Next week is different. It is not learning in this way. Next week is a complete open forum for open coaching, for Q&A, for role playing. So what I want you to do to be ready for next week, because you will have my full attention. I won't have slides for you. We will just be using our time so that you can get your questions answered. If you have a scenario that you want to role play, this is an environment because you are safe and protected in here. So if any of you need to practice some new messaging, new numbers that you want to throw around, if you have a scenario that you've been struggling with and you want to role play that, next week is the opportunity for that. So it means that in order to be ready for next week, it means that you probably want to look at any type of situation you're dealing with that you might need some help around. Okay. And that is how we'll spend our time next week, is making sure you get your questions answered, any live coaching that you want to work through, and ultimately any kind of scenario that you need help with. Okay. So here's what I will leave with you for today, because we talked about it all today, right? We ran the gamut. So I'm going to share with you this one last thing as a takeaway for today. And this is a result of the homework I had to do in identifying the theme for 2026. So I was tasked with the assignment of identifying the 4 mantras that I want to focus on for 2026, and then to take those 4 and decide on the overarching mantra for 2026. So here's what I came up with. I'm gonna share with you. The first one is gratitude. Imagine that would be number 1 on my list. Like, that's always number 1 on my list, gratitude. The second one is alignment. 2026. We're going to do total alignment this whole year. We're going to be in total alignment. Number 3 is power. This was a big one for me because I don't often talk about power when I look at myself. So this was a big one. It's a little outside of my comfort zone, but it's a great one for you to add to your list as well. Power. And then the last one is miracles. So again, the 4 are gratitude, alignment, power, and miracles. The overarching mantra for 2026, and of course you can do your own. I'm just sharing the results of my homework. The overarching mantra is surrender. Okay, surrender. We talked today about some of the weight that we've been carrying around up until January 2nd, 2026, right? And in order to move forward and be in alignment with our higher selves, we have to, I'm saying we because this is the aha moment I had. We have to surrender, because if we don't, the alternative is we stay where we are because we've been trying to figure shit out on our own. Mm-hmm. That does not work. You cannot produce a single billionaire. I'll even come down to multimillionaires. You can't produce a single multimillionaire. You can't produce a single wealthy person who got there by themselves. You can't. Rich people, yes. I know a lot of rich people who roll solo. It's a party of one. I'm one of them. Shit, I spent my whole career being rich until I wasn't. And what I can tell you is being rich is nothing close. It's not close to being wealthy. It's not. It's a completely different mindset. And so rich people want you to know they're rich, right? Rich people, they're ones who are going to show up. They're proud because they just bought their Louis Vuitton belt. I literally go looking for people who have a Louis Vuitton belt. I literally go looking for these people because I know if you got the belt, that was the first purchase you made with some coins that you got. But that's all you got was the belt. So I know you're rich. I know you are rich. You got a couple bucks in the bank, but you're not wealthy, because I can't name a single wealthy person who wears a Louis Vuitton belt. Trust me when I tell you, wealthy people don't do that. Wealthy people do not pay these designers to have their name displayed on their person. They don't. Their outfit might be $15,000, but you won't see a name on it. You won't see anybody's name on it. Mm-hmm. Mark Zuckerberg, he looks like he wears the same outfit every day, doesn't he?
He sure do.
A t-shirt, some khakis, and some gym shoes. Looks like the same outfit every day, right? But I guarantee you his t-shirt is $10,000. You just wouldn't know it because you don't see the tag.
Same for Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett does not wear designer clothes, but you know how much it costs to have lunch with Warren Buffett? Lunch, just lunch. $500,000. $500,000. $500,000 just to have lunch with him. And do you know his schedule is always booked? He's always booked. He talks about it all the time. So I share all of this with all of you because I love you, number one, and because I do believe in you, number two, and number three, because there's no possible way we will get to $11 million as a community when we're not selling shit that's reflective of our worth. Okay? If we are in survival mode, it affects every aspect of our life, including how much we charge for our services. So I'm begging you, in order to get out of survival mode, you know, you only have to do one thing. I'm only asking you to get one client in life. That's all I ever ask my clients to focus on. Get one client. I know some of you are looking for like 72 right now. You want 72 clients right now. Right? And that's why you're stressed. That's why you're burned out. That's why you're mad at the world, yelling at your kids because you're looking for 72 clients when all you need is the one. And if you would be strategic in finding the one and stop charging $2,000 for the one, instead charge the one $20,000 that's reflective of your value, then we can get out of survival mode. Okay. So I know that was a lot today. We got one more week together next week, and next week is all about you. So please bring your scenarios that you want help with, your questions, all of the things, because it will be all about you next week. And Miss Manya says her mantra for this year is the acronym FORM. I'm staying informed, which means focus, organized, ready, and motivated. I'm digging that. Now, here's the thing. I can't help but this is just how my brain is wired. And for those of you that had a conversation with me, you know I do exactly what I'm about to say. I'd like this happens in our conversation. Dr. Darlaina can tell you, some of you had this experience as well. She just told you in the chat, her mantra is form, focus, organized, ready, and motivated. That's 8 chapters. Nope, that's 10 chapters in a book. Let me show you how. That's 10 chapters. It's 2 chapters per letter. That's 8 chapters for the acronym form. You got an intro and an outro. That's 10 chapters in a book, y'all. Off the top of her head. She didn't even think about this shit. She just typed it in the chat. It's off the top of her head, y'all.
I told Dr. Rose about it. Remember, Dr. Rose, I told her, she said, that's so good. I said, that is it. That's it for me. I wasn't even thinking the book part. I was thinking just, that's my motivation. I wrote certain things for some, and I'm staying in form. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, me being informed means I'm taking your ideas and tying them directly to money. That's my
Yes.
form. I'm always
Yes.
looking for the millions. I don't care how brilliant somebody's idea is until I see they made millions from it.
Absolutely.
Because if you didn't, how brilliant is the idea?
I put earlier, anything you're doing right now, get paid to do it.
You have to.
And you just saw, I'm gonna get paid to be in form.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna give you like real assets right now because I believe you're gonna take this and run with. I seen how you operate. Form factor. Okay, write this in your notes. Form factor. So scratch what I said about 2 chapters per letter with form. Take the word factor. That's 6 letters. So you can be the form factor coach or the form factor empress, the form factor blank, but factor being your acronym is the system, the methodology, the steps that someone would take to stay informed, right? Form still being focused, organized, ready, and motivated. But how are they going to get to being informed? You are going to teach them the factor. And then you're going to slap the form factor on all of your branding, all of your everything. You get a book that talks about the 6 ways to tap into your form factor. Okay. Each chapter in the book is a keynote. So you start saying yes to keynotes, right? And you charge $15,000 for 30 minutes of your time. Okay. But the form factor, if that's not monetizable, I don't know what else is.
I don't either.
Right. And it's the form factor coach because there is no other. You did that off the top
Exactly.
of your head, and we just
The
literally brainstormed that. So nobody else is a form factor coach. Okay. That means you better trademark that somewhere in the next 2 years.
Next 2 seconds.
next 2
Okay.
seconds,
Even
yeah.
better,
Because
even better.
yeah, absolutely.
Right. But
Absolutely.
form factor can be your thing that you build your whole brand around and monetize the hell out of it.
Monetize the hell.
Absolutely. Oh, I
Right.
so appreciate that. That is, and it stuck with me. It came to me. I was talking to Dr. Rose about it because I was writing, just pretty much putting together. I call myself a Jackie of all trades, mistress to none, right? Because I have so many different talents. So I was putting certain things together. I said, but what am I going to do about all of this year? And I was just thinking, and I love acronyms. I'm like, wait a minute. And then form came to me. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm gonna be focused, I'm gonna be organized, I'm gonna be ready and motivated. And I already have each F. Like I'm like, if you focused on things, you get to the point, you stay aligned, you stay ahead. You're organized, that means you keep everything together. You don't have to worry about what's here, what's there. And when you're ready, as Dr. Rose says, as long as you if you ready, if you get ready, you don't have to be ready or whatever. If you're already ready, you don't have to be ready. And as us as women, we got to motivate ourselves sometimes. If you're not your own self motivator, you can't, like, you are the motivator, but you understand what I mean. Like, if you still have to be motivated to get you to motivate us,
Right.
right? Like, we're here because we're motivated by you. So thank you for that. You have just blown my mind. I'm about to get another book. You see how much
Yes.
stuff I got.
Yes. I
Four
do
pages.
notice you always take great notes. Yes. You will thank yourself. There's one piece missing from that framework that I just gave you. One piece that can really set this off for you is that the acronym form does work exactly the way you have it, right? Form factor, though, the factor is the key, because form is just how someone is going to show up from here on out, right? This is just a new mindset. You're going to show up in this form, right? But so what does that do? What it's going to do for someone is the factor aspect. So from here on out, the factor are the results that you provide. That someone walks away with the factor as the tangible the tangible takeaway. Okay, so form is necessary, but factor is how they get from A to B.
Got
Right.
it.
So how they get from being stuck to being unstuck. They show up in form, but then they execute the factor. Okay. This is you.
Yes.
This is your space.
You have to think
Yes.
about the word factor, the
Right.
same.
Ooh,
Right. Yeah. I
Okay,
love that. I
okay,
love that.
okay, 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 okay,
that
okay.
is so good.
Oh my God.
Ah.
And you need to get on Dr. Ross's calendar so she can help you develop it the rest of the way.
Oh yeah, I'm on my way.
So, I mean, it's Friday. What a great way to um, bring this new year week to a close with Dr. Tawana Ross, all up in your thought patterns while you start this weekend. Some of you started earlier because it's holiday week. So lean in more to the things that you've heard today. Lean into, if you need to work on sales, you need to work on numbers, if you, whatever it is, lean into it and make sure that you are on Dr. Ross's calendar. That's all I could tell you. It is so important for us to get to it. Like, we can't spend another 365 days talking about what we're going to do or talking about how your life is going to change. Your life is never going to change charging $50 or $25 or telling somebody they can come to you for free. It just can't work. I got it so loud in my spirit this week. No, I'm sorry, yesterday when I pressed the button. And when I had to move this and carry the one and figure out, okay, I could pay that later because I could pay this now and I gotta pay. So, okay, so yeah, I don't want to do that no more. Yesterday was the last day for that. So I'm on the calendar. Get on the calendar. That's all I can tell you. We can't do it how you've been doing it. And in the words of David Martin, my father, if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. And if you don't like it, you're the only one that can change it, baby. So will you change it? Cycle breakers, rule breakers, that's us. Risk
That's us.
That's us. So that's our job. So with that being said, I'm gonna have Dr. Long to come up and do our blessing for today. And I am going to leave us all to the work that we must do. I think I need a nap.
I wish I could take one.
Oh
Oh,
my God. I wish I could too. I just said I need one.
I will later on,
That
later
don't
on.
mean I get to take one.
Well, later on. Hey, I am actually on vacation, everybody, for the next several days, probably well into next week. So you may not see time on my calendar, but you have my phone number. Call me directly. Nobody is looking for me over the next week because everyone thinks I'm going on vacation. So if you call me directly, you got my time. You don't need to actually be on my calendar over the next week because my calendar doesn't reflect reality over the next week. So just call me directly.
Can you
Woo-hoo.
hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you hear you.
Yay! Thank you, Dr. Tawana. You're getting us all off of survival. They made a TV series out of it. Well, we don't want to be on the island trying to get off. Hey, come on now. God is with us, and he wrote the book of our lives when before we came here, and he's on the path saying it's already done. Y'all, will you please come on, just come on. Come on. Like we did the babies when they got up and started pulling themselves up and taking a step. We'd all be laying on our bellies, looking at them in the face, saying, come on, come on. Well, that's all we have to do. Just take one step like that. And the whole thing about pricing yourself correctly, it's just, we have to do that because we're the spout where the money's coming out. So if we are nickel and diamond, we've cut off the source is sending the money and we done spicketed it down. Well, anyway, I'm blessed going in.
Bless going in.
I'm blessed coming out.
Bless
I'm
coming.
blessed coming
Blessed
I'm
out.
coming
blessed in the
out.
city.
Blessed in the
Blessed in the
city.
I'm
city.
blessed in the field.
I'm
Blessed
I'm
in
blessed
the
in
blessed
the
in the
field.
field.
I
field.
am always in the right place at the right time.
I'm
I am
always in the right
Always
always
in the
place
right
at
The
the
place
right
right
at the
time.
right
place at the
at
time.
right
the right
time.
With
time
the right
with
people,
the right
With the
people,
right
Right
people,
people
doing the right thing
doing
doing
the
the
doing the
right
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 thing
thing
for the
things
right reasons.
for the
for
right
for
the
the
right
right
reason.
reasons.
reasons.
And here's the declaration: everything is in divine order.
And everything is
Everything is
everything
Everything
in
is
in divine
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 order.
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 As Jabez says, bless us indeed.
As
As
Jabez
Jabez
blessed
says,
says,
And
bless us
bless
bless
us
us,
indeed.
us
indeed.
indeed.
Expand our territory.
expand
Expand our
And our
Expand our
territory.
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 Extend an open hand of favor to us
Extend
Extend
an
an
extend
open
Open
hand
open
of
hand
hands of
of
favor to
favor
favor
to
us
to
us.
us,
that we may do no harm.
We
that
may
we
we
do
may
may
we
do
do
may
no
do
no
no
Harm.
harm,
harm.
And we let go. Here's the surrender part. We let go and let God.
we
well.
we
let
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 go
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 and let
and
and
let
let
God,
God.
God
And then go with the flow.
and
and
go
And
with the
go
go
with
with
flow
the
the
flow.
flow.
And let the blessings and the money roll in.
and let
and let
the
the
Let
Let
the
the
blessings,
blessings
blessings
and the
money
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 money roll in
roll in
roll
From
in.
the north, south, east, and west.
north,
from the
north,
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 south,
south,
east,
south,
and
east, and
east,
west,
and
west,
west.
From known and unknown sources.
from
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 known
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 and
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 unknown
unknown
known
unknown
sources.
sources.
Tell
sources.
us
sources.
about the money, Doc.
We have supernatural unlimited money, so in supernatural unlimited
Good
seed.
morning.
And we live and give out of God's overabundance, so we never run out.
Never run
Never
Never
run
We
out.
run
never
out.
run out.
We always have more than enough,
We
Always have
always
Always
have
have
more
more
than
than
More than
enough.
enough,
enough.
more than enough to do anything our heart desires.
More than
More than
more
enough to
enough
than
to
do
do
enough to do
anything
anything
our
our
anything
heart
heart
my heart
desires.
desires.
desires,
And more than enough to do anything God puts on our hearts to do for others.
and
And
more
and
than
more than
more
More than
than
enough
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 to
to
do
put
to do
anything
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 that
God
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 puts on
puts
puts
our
on
on
our
our
hearts
heart
hearts
to
to
do
to
to
do
for
for
do
do
for
for
others.
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 We have money to spend, money to lend, and money to keep.
money
we
We
to
have
have
We have
money
money to
to
money to
spend,
spend,
spend, money to
money
Money
to
to
lend,
lend,
lend
and
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 money
money
to
money
money
to
keep.
to
keep.
keep.
And we break off part of that kept money and put it back in the ground for our next crops. Hallelujah. Our bank is in
Heaven.
yes. And we're the branch banks. We're the spout where the money's coming out. So all we have to do is surrender and keep that spout open so that the Father can send that money through us to where it needs to go. And that's such a happy life. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
I
Hallelujah.
know that's right.
Amen.
Yes, yes.
We're
Amen.
Amen.
we all have our independent deployment papers. We're not employed, we're deployed. So soldiers that are deployed, they don't go off on their own missions. They wait for orders from headquarters, but they're in readiness. They got to be able to pick when those orders come. They got to go. So that's us.
Yeah.
Orders from headquarters.
I love
Happy
that.
New You, Dr. Tawana. Boy, you are the example of when the student's ready, the teacher appears, because you just showed up.
On
Aw,
time.
it's my pleasure. I love what I get to do, and I love that I get to do it with people that will use what they learn to go get what they want.
Yes, absolutely. And that's all
Well, I used to
everybody
hear
can.
my daddy talk about find the spout where the money's coming out. And then one day in the middle of our saying, I said, we are the spout.
You
Oh
are
my
the spot.
goodness, we're looking for who we are. And the people are looking for us. We each have our own assignments. So here we are,
You're so right.
ready to
Here
go.
we are, and here we go. Thank you,
Thank
everybody, for
you.
being here. Have an amazing day on purpose. Get some rest, have some fun. Whatever it is that you find yourself doing, do it all with excellence. Have an amazing day.
Yes.
We'll talk
And as a recovering know-it-all, surrender to your orders. Just wait for the
Yes.
orders from headquarters,
And
because
stop
your
talking.
plan is already
Stop talking.
on
Yeah,
the
stop
Talking.
talking.
Stop
Yep.
talking. I love
yeah,
Stop
your
talking,
plan is
start doing.
already when you came here. You had your plan embedded in you when you came here.
I
Mhm.
love
People tried